different. Yeah. Yo. Man came up on some neck shit, fam. Listen, yeah. Grew up in Brum and that. Grew up round knives and guns and that. Grew up not having no funds and that. Just happy with the air in my lungs and that, yeah. Grew up in the ends and that. Grew up calling feds Leng and that. Grew up round Mikey and S, regulating some of the finest pen from the flats. I grew up on Titch and that. Everyday stealing whips and that. All my niggas was real, and you couldn't be around man if you a bitch and that, yeah. I said I grew up on road and that. On the bus taking man's phone and that. Man weren't the type to stay up in the ends, was running up in anyone's zones and that. And again, grew up in Brum and that. Grew up round knives and guns and that. I grew up not having no funds and that. Just happy with the air in my lungs and that. And again, grew up in the ends and that. I grew up calling feds Leng and that. I grew up round Mikey and S, regulating some of the finest pen from the flats. I grew up round O's and that. I grew up with bad boy bros and that. I grew up in Handsworth, chilling with Fog, BG, Adio and Loans and that. Yo, grew up on Brasco and Ace and that. Grew up on man like Solar and that. I grew up on Midlands Mafia and Birmingham mic controllers and that. Yo, I grew up going Marcus Garvey and that, and shutting down Birmingham Carnival Fast. I grew up on Chirps and Galley in town, and linking and stolen cars and that. Yo, I grew up on bikes and that, saying I'ma live bike life and that. Stolen 125 DNAs and RS 125s and that. And again, grew up in Brum and that. Grew up round knives and guns and that. I grew up not having no funds and that. Just happy with the air in my lungs and that. And again, grew up in the ends and that. I grew up calling feds Leng and that. I grew up round Mikey and S, regulating some of the finest pen from the flats.
Yeah, grew up in Brum and that. Grew up in B12 and that. Grew up round there where there was no pins, woman sold pom pom on the flats and that. Grew up in the ends and that. Grew up on graveyard shift and that. My old school dance from way back when. Them are the ones still round and that. Grew up on Vase and that. So I grew up on Brasco and Ace and that. Them man there was the cream of the crop. They used to shut down Rays and that. Grew up on Silk and that. Serious FM and Passion and that. Deep Blood Crew with the thing back then. Blood Brother DVDs and that. Face of the news and that. DJs wouldn't play tunes and that. We were setting trends from way back when. Had bare fans all over and that. Man didn't like me and that, cause I resemble my family and that. I used to go to bare hot raves. Enough mans wanna try shot me and that.
And again, grew up in Brum and that. Grew up round knives and guns and that. I grew up not having no funds and that. Just happy with the air in my lungs and that. And again, grew up in the ends and that. I grew up calling feds Leng and that. I grew up round Mikey and S, regulating some of the finest pen from the flats. I grew up in Brum and that. Are you mad? Hey, I remember when man used to call feds Leng and that. Are you mad, man? 5-0 and that, you know. Crazy, man. Deadly. Hits. It's mad. 0-1-2-1. If you don't know, fuck off, bro. Hey.